This Zetar figure is cool, but I think they might have overdid it with his head sculpt a little tiny bit. I mean, they kind of went crazy here.
T-Man 978 Shill Review.
Hashtag Zetar Tower. Whatever tower that you can make and post on Instagram with that hashtag, I'll look at it. And maybe I'll share it on my page on Instagram, and maybe I'll share it on a future video, whichever one looks like it's the tallest. Examples. I can take Hound's guns right here, and I can post this in here. You can even use this as an extra step in that little connection I had, where I took the guns and put it on top of his head. And I say Zetar. I say that, I pronounce it that way because Z-E-T-A is Zeta. So I figure it's Zetar. But I guess you could say Zetar if you wanted to. But to get this out of the way, these are pretty much the same guy. Everything about him is the same except the head and the fact that they added this extra drill piece right there. So half of the head, and even when I say the head, watch this, let me zoom in on this. Here is his face. This looks old school retro robot-y. The bottom of his face looks like the Autobot symbol. And look at this, when you turn it this way, let me brighten that up. It looks a lot like this. At least the bottom half right there. So that's weird. The only thing different is he has those little poofy cheek things right there on the side. And this one doesn't. And let me remind you of what this looks like from the back. It's just hollowness. So it's sort of like they chopped the top of the head off and they split this seam in half and gave him this face on the back of it and a peg on the top right here. So he has an actual 5mm peg for the top of the head if you don't have that drill piece on. The drill piece, it's shaped like a drill would normally be shaped. The only hollowness is right there. I guess they had to put like an air bubble in there. It's kind of weird when you put this on the head and spin it. It's not a clean, even spin right there. It like leans to one side. I can't tell if I didn't have that on the head, it doesn't look like it does that. But for whatever reason, it leans one way or the other. But like I was saying, all the body parts exactly the same. Transformation exactly the same, just that and the color scheme is the only thing different. As far as mold degradation or anything, all the joints feel tight except this motion right here. I mean, it's not dropping on its own, but moving it doesn't make me feel comfortable. And this right here, like watch this, his legs are super duper tight from the hips to the knees, super tight. So I'm doing this wiggle motion right here and the legs aren't moving. But the more I do this wiggle motion, that just wiggles itself out. So this, I mean, when you put it all the way in, it's good enough. But if you start twisting or anything, it basically just brings itself out. Whereas with this guy, I do that same wiggle motion and his knees are looser and hips are looser, so it's hard to do. But so I have to clench it tighter. But this is way tighter than that. I have to really pull to get that off, which I don't have to do on that. Yeah, so his legs aren't as tight as Zetar's. But let's get him out of the way. So, yeah, let me just remind you the articulation. The head does this, goes back. You can do this on the waist. Swivel right here. Oh, yeah, this is different. There's like an octagonal shaped peg hole right here. And there seems to be like a fake ratchet as a result. And the shoulders are way tighter. All the joints are more tight than brunt right there. This lifts up and opens and shuts. Waist, legs kicks out to the side, kicks forward, kicks back, swivel at the thigh, bend at the knee. The knee is on a 5mm peg. If you pull it out some, it gets a little bit more than 90, but you risk the lower leg coming off. Ankle pivot is tighter than brunt. This can move around. You can put the gun anywhere you want. It's another peg on the back of it, so you can put it in his shin if you want. You can have it out to here. You can do whatever. Somebody in my comments was saying that brunt holds the gun. I don't know if this was they're talking about. Like, it has like a 5mm shaped like peg hole right there if you do that. But this peg is really, really short. It holds it, but it's not secure. But one thing I found out earlier when I decided to do this, it can definitely hold that. So that's an option right there if you want them to have a handheld gun, basically. Or if you want them to have a gun cannon. And this right here is annoying. But yeah, pow, 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 shooty, shooty, shooty. Or, since all of this you can take apart, we can bring this out, put this right here, and you can put that right there and give him a little drill belly gun or whatever the heck. Or have him have a gun like that, like what is the name, Warpath. So there are tons of options with these guys, especially since he splits up and turns into other robots. Like I said, it's the same robot. I barely feel like doing any of this, but I'm gonna transform it. Take this off, split that, take the arms off, take this thing off the back, split the legs, rotate these knee joints down, take his body, push the head back, push this forward right there, bring this no, for him you need to bring that out and take the drill part and put that on. Now this, you need to bring this forward, or this was the shoulder, bring the arm out, shut it. Same thing for the other one. This was his left shoulder, bring it outward like that, shut it, close the hands. Take this part with the head at the top, bring this here. If you could, like I said, this thing you can do whatever you want. You could keep the drill right there on the top of his head. You never really have to move that. Take his crotch and thighs with the wheels on the bottom, attach that there. This part right here, we need to leave this opening for the crotch and put the two pegs into the two peg holes on his thighs right there. Rotate this right here so that the divot is right there in the front. Take this part, unfold this so he only has one port on the bottom of his foot, taking away a play feature that all the other figures have. So there you are with this. Now we rotate it this way and we take these two notches and no, I guess you could do it either way, but it's supposed to be these two notches with the peg on the bottom. So you post this here, and now this fits into that groove right there, and that's why that had to be in the front. And this, we can do whatever. We can post it on the side, but I think that's for brunt you do that, so I like putting this right here. And with the ankle pivot being tighter, it's a little bit harder for it to randomly rock to the side like my brunt keeps doing. Anyway, here is his little drill mode. It rolls nicely. It has the drill in the front. It has a cannon, so maybe he can blast walls and then drill the rest of the way. You can rotate this back out of the way so you can get the drilling. But yeah, there you are with this mode. Alright, here they are together in their vehicular modes or tank modes. Yeah. And of course you can mix and match parts and whatnot since they are the same mold if you want. Like we can add this to him, add this to that. The world is your oyster. You can make a bigger combined mode with all this stuff with other robots. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. And you know what, one thing that I am gonna skip, I'm gonna show his little suggested armored up modes, but or weaponizing modes, but I'm not gonna show how to put it on. You can watch my brunt video for that. I didn't show this off at the beginning, but if anyone needs to see it, it just comes in a regular plain box that has his name on it. You pull this up right here. Come on, you. And it shows you what series you're working with. And it was just a piece of plastic in there with him in it and his instructions. Hound is my armored up combination gimme pig right here. And this is called the demolition loadout right here, because I guess he can do the most damage with all this. He has the drill gun right there. And this doesn't really peg into anything. It just friction groove. So yeah, good luck with keeping that on. When you find that sweet spot, don't touch it. I never really liked the way this foot connection works because half of his foot is hanging off. When if you swing it this way, now that half is hanging off. So I've never liked that. And let me let y'all know, well, I didn't know what to do with this gun portion right here. Looking at the instructions, they never intended this to actually come with this figure. They show this absolutely no times in the instructions. For this mode or the regular robot, they never show it. So you could just put it there again, or we can port it right there over his shoulder so he'll have two cannons. What the heck? Or maybe port it in there. And naturally, you can do stuff like pop that off, and this has a little peg right there. You could just port this right here and he can go Megatron, Galvatron style right there. Then you could take this and push this out, and I hope the freaking ambulance isn't too loud. You can put that on the shoulder. It's so much you can do with this weaponizer set, just like all the other weaponizers. Alright, they call this the Serpentine loadout right here, but I call it the Scorpion mode. So basically you keep the shield there and you just put the rest of the body on the back, and naturally it makes him back heavy, and it took me a while to start filming again because he was about to fall backwards. You keep the drill on the head and attach it like this. So yeah, basically you just take his lower legs off and put the arms on the top right there in this configuration, and you are good to go. This is the bottom of the feet, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I like this guy. I wanted this guy ever since I seen it. I didn't know much about the Powerdashers until Dreamwave Comics did that whole guidebook to G1 where they showed all the freaking characters, and they had a section with Powerdashers, and they never had names, I don't believe, but this one is Zetar, and I like the way this looks. This looks, with the color scheme and everything, it looks like a totally different character from Brunt, and I appreciate that. And I like the weird little heads they have and whatnot. I don't know, it's unfortunate that I have to buy a 3-pack that I'm not too desiring of to get one of these dudes, which is freaking annoying, so I might not get it. I'm not wasting money on a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really want going forward. I started that last year. There's a whole bunch of Marvel Legends I skipped, and there will be a lot more Transformers that I'm skipping because I don't want to just buy every freaking thing. I know y'all want me to buy everything, but send it so I can review it send it to me. I'll review it. Buy it for me. I'll review it. But in the meantime, I'm not paying for everything. So, thank y'all for watching this. I can recommend it because I like it. It has a lot of improvements and not a lot of setbacks besides that loose waist, but that might just be my copy. If your copy has a loose waist, let me know. T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, I bought this on Hasbro Pulse. They sent it to me in one freaking day. They're in PA apparently, and I'm in Maryland, but they FedExed it. It took 1 day to get to me. I was like, holy crap, they trying to win me over. And this is their free shipping. I don't know if this is on Amazon. If it is on Amazon, I'll put the link in the description. I can't guarantee that it's going to be a good price, but I'll put the link in the description. It's supposed to be $19.99 retail price before tax. Anyway, thank y'all once again. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit. Go ahead and click that shit. If you did, you would like it. Really click that shit. Now I'm freaking gone.